This is KOOP HD1 HD3 Hornsby, radio for people not for profit. Welcome to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Each week, we explore how your library is more than books. The library is knowledge, technology, and inspiration for our community.
Hi, welcome to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. And we're here with a special guest today. Her name is Veronica Samo. Hi.
Hello.
And Veronica Samo is from the Small Business Division, the Economic Development Department, of the City of Austin. And we're about halfway through National Small Business Week, and we've had some programs in partnership with you guys through the Austin Public Library system to provide information and training. We're hosting several more, I guess, here in the next, today and a few days from now. Can you tell me more about those programs?
Yeah, we're really proud of this partnership. You know, there's such a value in having access to all of the Austin Public Library branches throughout the city, and we're able to partner to bring these resources to neighborhoods all over the city. For example, we have a BizAid business orientation for creatives. It's an introduction to resources that are available specifically for the creatives, which are such a big part of Austin. And we also have classes covering marketing, business planning tomorrow morning with SCORE Austin, who's a local nonprofit that offers business writing assistance and overall small business support. So we'll be able to tie back in those library resources and help people who are interested in starting a business or even existing business owners who are looking to enter a new market or expand, open up a new location and want to get their thoughts down on paper.
Rethink their marketing.
Exactly. So a business plan is really valuable, and the library has so many resources, research databases, templates that can help walk them through that process.
Right on. We jumped right into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. So where are you from exactly?
I grew up in Waco, Texas, and then migrated my way south for school. I went to Texas State and loved this area so much that I hung around and did everything I could to land a job in Austin.
And then how did you find your way into this business development?
I have a marketing background, and so my role within the small business program is marketing and outreach, helping plan events, and get the word out about these resources.
Roll up your sleeves for all the stuff in between.
Yeah,
I know. So you're saying this is kind of open to people who are already established as business and maybe need to know some resources that could help them as far as getting their production.
Right, and I think that's one of the biggest unknowns about the resources that the city has. Austin is unique in even having a small business program. We're part of the Economic Development Department, and that's not a standard protocol for city government to offer that specific support.
It's not something we would just automatically expect.
Right, and we have so many great partners that are also in the community, and we've really just encouraged everyone to get together to offer resources for the week. And we also host classes year-round.
Right on. If you're just joining us, this is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, and we are speaking to Veronica Samo from the Small Business Division of the Economic Development Department in the City of Austin. And we are talking about some programs that are happening here at the library. Do we have some dates we want to maybe put out there?
Yes, so it's National Small Business Week. We've had sessions every day. Coming up this afternoon at the Old Quarry Branch Library at 3 o'clock, we have BizAid Business Orientation for Creatives. That's an introduction to resources and building or growing your business in Austin.
So if you're a graphic designer,
any type of creative,
want to start a music label,
maybe a venue,
right?
That's a competitive market.
I don't know if this is the right city for any of that.
We also have tomorrow morning at the Spicewood Springs branch, writing a winning business plan, and we'll actually have a reference librarian on site to walk through those databases and some of the resources that can help you start to gather that information to complete your business plan.
Now, are these programs that you guys will try to offer beyond this week at various locations as you can, like as your resources allow you to?
Right. We host classes every week. These specifically, we've tried to hit every major topic crammed into 1 week so that you can just get a feel for all of the information that's out there and see what you might not know you didn't know about resources in Austin.
Well, it's scary to start a business. There's a lot of accountability, so people are intimidated. They don't know where to start, or even the first thing to ask. So, I mean, this is a great series of programs to, if you have no clue, but you think you want to start your own thing.
Right. The support is out there for sure.
Yeah. There's so much, like you said, being offered from the city that people wouldn't expect, and it gets lost and everything else. That, yeah, it's great you guys are out there putting it in the forefront.
Right. And Austin is really unique in being supportive. We have events that we do several times a year called Exploring Entrepreneurship, and we bring in small business owners to share their stories, their successes, failures, lessons learned. And we find that every time that we reach out to a small business owner to invite them to participate in one of these panels, they're thrilled, they're excited, they want to help any way they can. That's another way that Austin is really unique, because that competitiveness just really isn't there. I mean, it's almost like recognizing there's enough for everyone.
Right.
There's enough to go around, and if I can help you avoid this pitfall, this hurdle, let me help share my story and serve as a mentor, or just, give those experiences.
Right. Sometimes our own fear is the biggest barrier to get over.
Right.
And so being aware that you're not a dime a dozen, the world does need your talents.
Absolutely.
Put them out there.
And you can go out there, and there's that support is available to you.
Absolutely. Well, I was looking at some of these events because they also interested me on a personal level, and I noticed a lot of them are, had really high attendance numbers. I mean, it seems like this is something that the community is really wanting. I mean, I was like, some of them were already booked. Some of them were like not quite to capacity, but definitely you could tell there was a lot of interest.
Yes, we have seen that over these last few weeks. We have a wait list for more than half of our sessions, but don't be discouraged, because there are...
You're doing them every week.
The other half.
Yes. But we have spots opening up daily, and so there is still opportunity.
Yeah, be patient. You've
Yeah.
waited this long to get started. Now you've got a good ammo in your pocket. So I don't want to put you on the spot. I mean, do you know about how many people show up to these classes? Generally, how large are they?
It depends on the venue. Some of the rooms we have host 30 people, some over 100. At Carver Branch Library on Friday, we'll be hosting the Art of Social Media, and we've expanded the biggest space that we can. So we hope to get about 100 people there, and it'll be with a local blogger who will share her experiences on making, the best of your social media impact.
Right. And again, you don't want to have anybody discouraged by the numbers of people showing up. Remind folks that not everybody that shows up continues on. I'm sure a lot do. Some people just maybe want to get the knowledge but aren't ready to make that move. It's really up to the individual and the work they're ready to put into what they're doing.
Just getting informed on all of the steps that are necessary to start a business, and understanding the resources that can help you, whether you'll be ready to launch right then, or bring in other people, or maybe put that on the back burner for now.
All right. Sorry to put you on the spot again. I'm curious, do you have any success stories or little anecdotes about somebody you've seen go through the system?
Yeah, one really proud moment would be someone who just recently moved to Austin and was able to go through our orientation. She was dropped into the city, had no idea where to start, and we were able to help guide her through the process.
That's amazing. That's fun. You get to see that all the way through. Again, this is Volumes. We're streaming on KOOP 91.7 FM and streaming on koop.org. Show details available at library.austintexas.gov/volumes. And we're going to put a pin in this conversation. We'll be right back in a few minutes after these audio clips.
Yeah, this is a short interview with Doreen Boyd, the managing librarian at the Carver branch. And Doreen is telling us about the Computer Career and Business Center in operation at the Carver branch of the Austin Public Library. And that's also in partnership with the Small Business Division. So let's listen to this clip.
What a coincidence.
And we'll be right back after that.
My name is Doreen Boyd. I'm the branch manager of the Carver Branch Library in East Austin.
And can you talk to me a little bit about the Computer Business and Career Center?
With the center, what we offer in there, it's a space for people to come in and to be able to use the computer services. They're also going to be able to use some of our reference databases that are geared towards some of the businesses that they might be looking for some information. Also, they'll be able to have classes. We're going to have a variety of classes that are going to be provided by some of our partnerships here in the city.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the different types of classes that will take place in the center?
Well, some of the classes, we're going to have some technology classes. We're also going to have some business like entrepreneurship type classes. And we're also going to have some smart money type classes. And those classes are geared towards some of the people in the community who are looking to maybe start a business or want to get a general idea where to begin. And also we're going to have some other economic development classes that will help them to get their business started or to help sustain an already existing business.
Who can come to these classes?
It is open to the public, and with those classes, anybody can come in, take a seat, and enjoy the class.
Do you also offer some like lab hours or?
Oh yes, I forgot about that part. Yes, they can come in at any time that the center is open during our regular hours, and they can come and use some of those rooms and spaces that we have to be able to do a one-on-one, or if they're wanting to work on a project, or if they just want to come in and just have some time to work on some of their projects using the computer lab.
Cool. What kind of things are people typically getting help with in the center?
Well, right now we have people coming in that are getting help with resumes. We have people coming in trying to locate job opportunities. We have two project coordinators that are in there, and they're just excellent. When they're in there, they'll be able to assist them, also to help them to get onto some of these job sites as well, and to kind of look at their resumes to see where it is, and if they need any kind of addition to their resumes, or if they really just need to really redo their whole resume.
So somebody could come in and be like, I need some help applying for this job. I don't really have my resume together, but I'm working on it. And they could get a little bit of a push, a little assistance.
Yes, they can come in. We'll take a look at that resume, just kind of gear the resume towards that particular job that they're trying to look for, and just kind of give them a specialized area to look at when they're looking for jobs, because sometimes people come in, they know they want a particular job and they don't even realize they've actually done some of those skills and they actually have some of those skill sets. So that's where we step in to just kind of help them and guide them so we can get them the right fit and the right resources for them to succeed too.
Thank you. Can you talk about some of the partners that are involved in the Computer Business and Career Center?
Oh yes, right now we're working with Economic Development Department, which is a small business center which is part of the city of Austin. And actually, really, they're getting ready to have National Business Week, and they're going to have several classes inside of our center. We also are partnering with the Big Austin, and they're working with us as well to provide some of the classes inside the computer center. Yeah, it's a great place, and I'm just really excited about how we're doing this and the services that we're being able to offer our business community and the entrepreneur community that are looking for a space and a place just to come in to get some assistance and to work on their projects. I think it's just awesome.
So it sounds like this this center is coming out of a need from the community for these types of services?
Yes, it is. It's coming out of a need. We kind of just look at the community and try to figure out what can we do to provide resources for them within the library system. And that's what we came up with. And we've talked with a lot of people. I went out on a lot of different communities talking with some of the organizations just to kind of get a feel what their needs were.
So if people have questions, is there a number they can call?
Yes, they would call the number area code 512-974-1022. And somebody will be able to answer their questions and direct them in the right place.
Thank you so much, Doreen.
You're welcome.
My name is Blair Parsons, and I'm a librarian at the Central Library. Each week, I highlight a selection of programs for adults that are happening around the Austin Public Library. Our full list of programs may be found on the library's events calendar. The Austin Public Library and the Austin Public Library Friends Foundation will host our 9th annual New Fiction Confab and Lit Fair, Saturday, May 5th, from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock at the Central Library. Participating authors include Ramona Azubel, Owen Edgerton, Rebecca Kaufman, Jardine Lebert, Thomas Pierce, Natalie Sylvester, Nafisa Thompson-Spires, and Azarine Vandervliet Alumi. They will participate in panel discussions throughout the afternoon, with intermissions providing an opportunity for attendees to visit the Austin Lit Fair, whose participants include A Strange Object, American Short Fiction, AWST Press, Bat City Review, Borderlands Texas Poetry Review, Cider Spoon Stories, Fields Magazine, Host Publications, Writers League of Texas, and The Writing Barn. The New Fiction Confab begins at 2 o'clock Saturday, May 5th in the Central Library's Event Center.
Hey there, Austin. Teen Program Specialist Michael Harley from the Downtown Central Library here. Not so long ago, in a library not so far away, the nerdiest librarians wanted to do a Star Wars event, and library patrons can join them for a special Revenge of the Fifth showing of Star Wars The Last Jedi. One of the most polarizing Star Wars movies in history, The Last Jedi follows the continuing adventures of Rey and her friends as they face against the First Order and their attempts to destroy the Jedi race. Teens can enjoy a free screening with snacks and crafts. Star Wars The Last Jedi is screening at the Central Library on Saturday, May 5th at 2 p.m. This screening is exclusively for teens ages 13 to 18. More details on Revenge of the Fifth and additional programs can be found at library.austintexas.gov/events.
This is Monica Lozano, Youth Services Librarian at the Ruiz Branch. This week, I get to highlight some of our children and family programming. Minecraft Club. Join us for Minecraft Free Play. Laptops are available. You can also bring your own or other mobile device that has Minecraft downloaded. Recommended for ages 7 and up. Wednesday, May 2nd at 4:30 p.m. at the Housing Branch. May the 4th be with you.
You're listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and KOOP.org. Radio for people, not for profit.
And now, an important announcement.
On Friday, May 11th from 2:30 to 5 p.m., Co-op Radio will once again play host to the We Are Blood Bloodmobile in our station's parking lot.
Blood, the highly complex fluid which is the lifeline of the body.
And this year, we are looking for 20 brave bodies to lend an arm and donate some of their blood.
Let's do this!
To sign up or for more information, please email us at blood@koop.org. The Co-op Blood Drive.
You are welcome to join us.
Welcome back. Before the announcements, we listened to Doreen Boyd, the managing librarian at the Carver branch. And she was talking about the Computer, Career, and Business Center, which happens to coincide nicely with our guest today. And details are on the library's website at library.austintexas.gov. A search for Carver Branch Computer, Career, and Business Center should pull up the details.
Nice. Now we're going to get back to our conversation with Veronica Samo, who is with the Small Business Division of the Economic Development Department. And we were earlier when y'all were talking about some stuff. I was wanting to ask this actually. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of the impact that small and local businesses have on the local economy? Because I remember like in 2008, 2009 when things were, the economy was really, taking a beating in this country. We did okay in Austin, and they said a lot of it was kind of due to
the drive of the go local. Our
local businesses being so strong and that money staying here. Can you talk a little bit about how?
Local businesses are definitely the vibrancy of Austin's economy. I think it's what visitors recognize and what visitors are drawn to and wanting to come to the city. But it also has an economic impact, like you said. There's some stats that float around for every $1 that you choose to purchase from a local business has 3 times a greater impact than if you were buying from a national franchise or a big box chain. So we know that choosing local, helps support your neighbors and helps support Austin.
And a lot of local businesses are also utilizing local vendors to produce their products, et cetera. So, that's another way it all just kind of keeps spreading down the food chain here.
Recycles back into the economy.
That's right. And let's see. I know you're offering a lot of classes for National Small Business Week. Can we also talk about the classes that the Small Business Division and the Economic Development Department offers year-round?
Yes, we have a full schedule of classes offered year-round, and we build out this schedule to fit every need that we hope to, an entrepreneur is looking for
From start to finish.
Right. How to write a business plan, how to write a marketing plan. If you're looking for even a more, niche template to promote your business. We have even QuickBooks classes and small business accounting to help you get those fundamentals. There's a little bit of everything from marketing.
The legalities of owning a business.
Yeah, we bring in lawyers to talk about business structure or tax implications. Those are huge considerations that not everyone is exposed to, not having pursued a business before, or even any changes that would be happening. We try to accommodate by bringing in those experts to share their insights.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, let me catch you up. This is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on KOOP 91.7 FM and streaming at koop.org. We are talking with Veronica Samo from the Small Business Division of the Economic Development Department. And I know that you encourage people to register online for the classes, but I would just like to ask if these classes are open to the public.
Yes, all of these classes are open to the public, and we've crammed them all into 1 week to celebrate National Small Business Week. And we are hosting specific sessions at 5 specific sessions at 4 different branches all over the city. But there are also some at our Entrepreneur Center of Austin.
Where's that? I was going to say, for anybody that's just tuning in, do we mind giving some dates about these classes that are coming up in the library system?
So happening just in about 10 minutes, we have BizAid Business Orientation for Creatives at the Old Quarry Branch Library. That'll be an introduction to resources to start or grow your business. Tomorrow morning at the Spicewood Springs Branch Library, we have Writing a Winning Business Plan that we're partnering with SCORE Austin, who is a nonprofit that offers business support to teach the specifics of writing a business plan. And we'll also have a reference librarian on site to walk through those databases that Austin Public Library offers for anyone to go in and get market research, get templates for any of these documents just to help you get started.
So some of us can imagine what a business plan is, but I mean, do you mind breaking down exactly what does it mean to write a business plan? Is it your set of goals? Is it your...
Right. We always look at a business plan as a roadmap to help guide you. When you're starting out, somebody told you that you make really great cupcakes. But just because you make really great cupcakes doesn't mean you're going to have a successful bakery.
Right. Not everybody knows that.
Right. So it's thinking through all of the steps from having a physical location, how are you going to hire staff?
How will you promote before you have capital?
Yes, exactly. Where are you going to get the capital?
Yeah.
Suddenly you're not just wearing a baker's hat, you're wearing an accountant's hat, you're wearing a marketing PR hat, you're wearing, it's a lot of different jobs all in one when you're a small business owner. So you guys help people kind of get caught up on those skills and stuff.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's wearing a lot of different hats, and sometimes it's knowing when to step back and when to let an expert in to wear one of those hats for you to keep you on track.
And it's nice to have mentors, people that have been there, that know the ropes, that can tell you, I don't even bother with that, but definitely try this.
Right. And the small business community in Austin is so supportive. So reaching out to a bakery and asking for their story if they have time, to sit over coffee and offer their insights. That's, not unheard of.
Yeah. I mean, again, you shouldn't be intimidated just because something that you want to do already exists in this town. There's partnerships with all kinds of small businesses. I mean, how many coffee shops can you fit in Austin, Texas?
Well, and speaking of partnerships, I just want to say that this relationship with the Small Business Development Program and the Austin Public Library is such a natural fit because we have all these great resources, like you mentioned. We have, a space, computers. We have meeting rooms. We have a lot of things that really are also resources for this same pool of people who, might be trying something new, whether, entrepreneurship or just maybe they want to fix up their existing business and take it to the next level or whatever.
Right. An organization like the library is there to make things accessible, but only if you're aware that they are there for you. And so when you get to partner with somebody like you that can point out our resources, as well as we get to partner with you and point out the other city resources,
Right. I think that accessibility is huge because these branches are all over the city. They're in these pockets. They know what the neighborhood needs, and they know, how to give those resources to that niche and what they're looking for. So there's so much value in being able to host these classes during National Small Business Week and bring those resources out to different corners of the city.
And not even just that, but I think even, some of the underprivileged areas, myself growing up in a small town, I never had the thought of growing up and being an entrepreneur, doing my own thing. It was always a matter of I'll find a job. I'll work for somebody.
Right.
And I'll be good at that job and maybe I can climb up. So it's nice to give kids the exposure that, hey, you don't have to do that. You can start coming up with an idea right now.
And there's support, so it doesn't have to be this big, scary thing.
Right.
That the city is here to support through the Economic Development Department and a small business program resources that we offer, but also with the Austin Public Library. Day to day, those databases are out there, and there are librarians there to help walk you through the process. So we're going to make sure one way or another that you have everything that you need. And if we can't get you that right then in-house, then we have so many great partners in the community that also support small business.
So would you say this is a fair avenue for somebody that maybe wants to do a nonprofit or a community enriching kind of business?
Yeah, I think Austin is a great example of creating supportive organizations. So if it's getting those thoughts out on paper and understanding what your next steps are to get those goals, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I actually went to one of y'all's orientations. It's been a couple of years now, but it was really an amazing set of resources. I learned so much. And I did this, outside of work in my spare time. And I really like the packets that y'all had, the resources, and then the people who were teaching. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
We love hearing that. That's exactly what we're set out to do every day.
Yay, success. We are finding it through trying. Partners aren't a bad thing, and accessibility, like you said, is the key word. So as long as we're all continuously putting the effort out to show people what's available to them,
right,
then we're good. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This was a wealth of knowledge. I wish we had more time to go over it. Details about small business classes and more is at smallbizaustin.org. Details about Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, are at library.austintexas.gov/volumes. And that about wraps up our show for the day. Thank you again, Veronica, for coming in.
Thanks so much.
Thank you to Kanya Lyons for running the helm this fine day. And thank you, Federico, for being your wonderful, beautiful self.
Thank you. And stay tuned for Rock and Roll Pest Control.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Special thanks to our producer, DJ Harris, and to the musicians who composed and performed our original theme song, Andrew Noble on violin, Kirk Duvall on guitar, and Mike Wheat on percussion. And thanks to you, our listeners. Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, airs Wednesday afternoons at 2:30 on Co-op 91.7 FM and KOOP.org. If you catch us mid-show, full episodes and other details can be found at library.austintexas.gov/volumes.